right, it looks like I'm live. So I'm going to head over to YouTube so I can see things the way everybody else is seeing them. Just give me a minute to get over there. I won't be able to see the chat while I am moving my way over to there. We're going to work on the food-a-tini tonight. And at the end, I'll bring out the rollatini for everybody to make guesses at how long it's going to be when it's measured out. I'm not going to go out to the park and do it this time. I'm just going to measure it in the living room late at night. So I won't be able to film it, but I promise that I will get a good and accurate reading on that, and then we'll see who is the closest without going over the number of, I don't know, feet, inches, however you want to put it. So here's some stuff that we harvested the other night while I was live, and I thought we would start a food-a-tini with that. I'm beginning this with the roll, what's left over from the roll previously. I'm just going to even it up a little bit here. Give it a quick, just so we're starting with the even edge. And of course, we'll use the scraps and Scraps of Joy or some other collage. Doing it this way probably won't make it 100% straight, but close enough for government work, right? All right, so let's move a little bit of this stuff out of the way. I've got my glue, and I think we're going to start right off with this image right here. Hey, Francis and Carla, how you ladies doing? Good afternoon, good evening, good night, all of those things. I know for some of you it's getting a little late. So I'm going to trim up this edge because we want it to be flush. And, you know, that's how I roll. The rest of it will largely be torn edges after, you know, except for on the top and the bottom because we're trying to keep it. So we're just trimming a slight little bit off over here. I've got it upside down, so it's confusing me. I'm using it backwards. We'll keep that off to the side and we'll just pull it up when we want to use it. How was everybody's Monday? You're salty as shit. How's you, the mister and the puppers and the nay neighbors and the nay nays? Aw. Boo on sick puppies. That doesn't sound like it's a good thing. Well, I hope that he or she is on the mend soon. Are you doing NaNoWriMo this year, Francis, or do you have too much other stuff going on? So we're just gonna put some glue on this thing and, well, you know what? I just made my first mistake. I do not want, I'm actually going to tear this in half. So we'll put that, because, you know, I don't like the straight edges. So we're doing, and we don't need a straight edge here. So that'll go straight in the trash. Oh, not paying attention to my own thing. We're not going to be worried about that because we're going to glue right over it. Oh, nice. I have to check my word count. I've just been writing without keeping track. I don't actually think I'll win this year because I have limited time, but it's more about just getting into the habit of daily writing again. It's been a long time, you know. And for anyone who is watching this and doesn't know, Miss Francis is a published writer. She's got some talent, as we all already knew, but Good to get acknowledged for what you do and what you do well. Okay, so we'll use that other piece in a little bit, and we'll go ahead and tear the edge off that just so that we don't glue it to anything else. Okay, so let's decide what we want to use. We don't necessarily want all cocktail pictures, right? Let's see what else we want to have. That doesn't go here. That goes in the other pile. That last time I checked, in this century, horses are not food. But this has nice color on it. Let's go ahead and tear some stuff off. I'm gonna pair this over here. So we want to tear that edge off. That edge. And then we'll just work from there. Hey Rebecca, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Janie, how you doing? Or is it a different? Is it Trucker Janie or somebody else? Well, welcome Trucker regardless. Carla, you're so subtle. That's what I love about you. You always have to guess how you feel about things. Well, you know, I remember my bus rides well from when I was in Phoenix and I took the bus to work. Always an adventure. I love to people watch, but sometimes people on the bus can be a little weird and aggressive. But I can't say I ever had a really dull bus ride. Some of the early morning ones where, you know, if you have to go into work and be there like 5 or 6 in the morning, that's mostly people sleeping their way, you know, kind of dozing. But pretty much anything after that. I think my glue might be clogged up a little bit, and I don't know where any of my pokey tools are at the moment. Still placing things. I got some stuff put away last night. I have finished almost all of the aquamarine batch. I just need, we got a little gap right here. So, you know, we'll put a small image or some filler there. Janie, it's you. You clocking it. Oof, that's early. You wake up at 5 a.m. When I worked early, I used to have to get up at like 4 in the morning. Makes you want to go to bed early, I'll say that much. Okay, so I'm not quite ready for the other half of that yet, but let's see what else. We're just going to try stuff, you know, stuff. So, I don't really want any words, though. We'll try to avoid words wherever we can. I'm going to do this upside down here. So we need something in the middle. I don't need this edge. No more fake circulation problems. Some people know your good news. I am out of the loop on most things, honestly. Let's see. But I'm glad you have good news. That is awesome. Fantastic. That's upside down. So we need something for kind of that middle portion. So let's see what we've got. We may have to break out another magazine. Although I do have some. So I still got more pages in here too. Let's see what's in here. Something different to put in there. Ooh, that I want for just the word holiday. Got some shrimps. Ooh, some potato pancakes. Yum, yum. Probably not another circular thing. That's not supposed to be in there. I thought I sorted them better than this. I was tired when I did it, in my defense. Ooh, how about that? That is an all over pattern, and it doesn't matter how we tear it up or what we do to it. So let's go with that one. Let's see, and we don't need, of course, we're gonna tear the edges. Only being with company 11 months. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Hey, Adria. How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. So we want to keep the straight edge on that. And I think we'll tear it right about there. I'm going to tear this edge off, though. And then we need a little glue stick right here. We got an edge coming up. Do, 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 do. I haven't used a glue stick in a hot minute. So we're going to put that in the middle. And I think that's good. Like that. Get a nice little overlap. And then we'll put our piece down here. Yep, I think I like it. All right, let's do it. That just means gluing some things up. Well, that must mean you are very good workers to get a big benefit like that in 11 months. I think that is amazing and awesome. You guys work so hard, you deserve to get a little something extra for yourselves. A decent ride, you know? I think that's awesome, awesome-tastic. It's good to see good people get good news. I will have to find my smaller glue bottle. It's a little bit easier to manage. I forgot that this one can be a little bit hard on my hand. Relearning all the things. I forgot what life was like covered in glue. Which is honestly one of my favorite states. You know I love to glue stuff to other stuff. That's why these glue rolls, these collage rolls are so much fun. So let's get that so that we get overall coverage. Glue that sucker down. And we'll take the glue stick and we'll get any edges we haven't got yet. Got it Saturday with 17 miles. Now it's 3,300. It'll have many, many more before you're done. You guys are some busy, busy people. I hope you're saving lots so that you can have fun down the line, you know? I am super happy for you. Okay, I think we're good there. Now we're going to put down this last piece here on the corner. We'll have that part of it done. Look at us go. Okay. I think I need to cut this a little bit more. I think it's just not quite. Also, it's a little pointy. I don't like it when it's pointy. That's an owie. Still running to Detroit, then Pittsburgh, and back to Dallas by Thursday. Woof. So you got a brand new low mileage, and you're going to rack up the miles and hopefully travel much more safely. Less breakdowns, you know. Anybody got plans for Thanksgiving? Are you visiting family? Are you hosting? Or are you doing something Small at your own house. What's going on with you guys for the Thanksgiving holiday? We're doing something small here. And we're going to low carb it as much as possible. But you know, some things are tradition. You've got to have the mashed potatoes and gravy and a little bit of I just want to keep that. There we go. Look at that. Our first little bit done. And I think we're just going to let it hang over the edge as we go until I get the roll, the center off the other roll. There we go. Work on that a little bit. We're going to your sister's house. Oh, that's good. Does she put out a good spread for you guys? You saw the grossest thing. Butternut squash soup. And one of those paper... Oh. I do like butternut squash. I don't know if I'd like butternut squash soup, though. That might be pushing it for me. All right, so let's see what we're going to go with next. We got a little bit of space to fill there at the bottom. So let's see what we think would be good for that. Oh, we've hit some of the old. I need to put away some of the old stuff. What about some? No, that's two roundy things in a row. We don't want too roundy. I like the latkes with the color, though. Roundy thing, roundy thing. We did another good all-over image, right? Oh, let's see. Ooh, what about maybe some of that? That could be very good. Let me... Gonna go hang out with the kitties. Okay. You're gonna hang with the kitties? We might host, but then we go to work. My side. Oh, there you go. Totally made it sound like I'm a stripper. Oh, side gig could be anything. Right, Carla? Okay, so I want to trim this bottom edge off here because we definitely don't need that. And let's at least get this the right way so I don't feel like I'm... Because I don't necessarily want that white edge. And that's the rest of it except the bottom does not need to have an edge. Although, maybe we'll go this long way and have some hanging over. So, we don't need this, then, if that's the case. I don't really want that. So, let's see about... Maybe right about there. Yeah, let's do that. That means we'll have more for another place. Yeah. Do I want to have that black on there, though? I think I want to cut that black off. Hopefully that won't mess anything up. Let's turn this over. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So let's do that. Let's glue it down. I have a clawfoot tub and it's a 2-foot step up. Oof. You want to walk into... I am not a bath person, but I do like the idea of having the option, you know? I'm mostly a hot shower person. Yeah, I'm more of a, I'd rather spend my sitting around time not in a tub. I'd like to sit on a nice comfy chair, good book, cup of tea, or coffee, some kind of warm beverage, you know. So we went out and we DoorDashed last night. And we had a delivery to the same lady that complained about us not delivering her stuff. So once we made the drive, and it was our last thing of the night. And the last thing always seems to be a little bit messed up. So I told it, you know, Els pulled away and I stood there and I waited. Give me these pumpkin spice latte. She's in an orange mood. And I'm sorry about all the jiggling. The way the desk is currently set up, it's not braced on two sides. So it is just going to be wiggly. I can't help that. I slide my butt around to get up on my right knee. That's the good knee. There you go. Rebecca's in a tub I can't get out easy. Yeah. So I stood there, and I think I stood there for about 3 minutes, and she still hadn't come out. So I went up and I rang her bell, and then I went back down. But I waited until she picked it up so that I could say I saw her pick it up. She just snaked her arm out. I hung it off the door. She had a screen door. I hung it off the doorknob on that. I watched her snake her hand around and pull it off there. I did get a picture of it, you know, at the door as you're supposed to do. But I wanted to make sure I saw her take it so she couldn't say, well, probably one of my neighbors did it or whatever, since we already have a strike against us for her, which Els is appealing. So I just thought it was weird they gave us an order to somebody who had an active complaint against us, you know? It made me feel weird. Okay, so what do we do now? We need to get it. Carla's right. We're getting an orange theme going on, which isn't bad. I am not saying that's a bad thing, and by any stretch. Who likes oysters? I think oysters are disgusting. I don't think you're disgusting if you like oysters, because genuinely and truly, everybody's taste is different. Let's work with those two and see what we get going on. And maybe a little bit of that, because that's not orange. So let's go right along here. And I think what I'm going to do is that. So let's cut off this white edge here. All the way down. So I'm going to tear that. Not the words, Amy, not. So we'll take that for some place. And we'll tear these words off here. Trying to avoid having words unless I deliberately place them or they work with what we're doing, you know. Oh, I just did the thing. Oh, there, that's that side. Okay. Now, again, we'll take the words off here. And I don't know what we're going to need from that yet. I want to at least start by trimming off these white edges. Other than that, it was a pretty smooth night. You know, we brought in a good amount of money. So we're going to put this in at least 2 places, maybe 3. But that's got some good stuff to work with there. And then we have this one. And let's trim the edges off that right now, and then we'll decide how we want to use it. I want to go get raw oysters with Amy and Carla more for me. There you go. That'll work. I gagged today. Someone put a package of tuna in the drink. Ugh, that's not a good smell with your drinks. Something tells me Kool-Aid does not go well with tuna fish. I love tuna though. I do. I love a tuna melt. Oh my gosh. It's a thing. So I'm just tearing off. So here's another good piece. And then maybe that can be some filler. And of course, we've got some little toast points right there. So that should be a good amount to work with, right? Let's try that. Let's see what we can come up with. We don't want to use all big pieces. We want to have a variety of sizes. I'm going to start with that. Let's tear that off. Let's start with that right there, and then we'll work down, because I think I want to put, where did it go? This right down here. So we actually won't need the top on that, and we might even put it. Oh, but that's a little too close to that. Okay, we're going to save that. Put it up there. But I like this here because we're making color change. I stuck it in front so everyone could see it. Well, more for you, and we can have, cocktails or another type of, it's just not for me. I know that a lot of people love them, and I don't judge. Whatever food makes you happy, life is short. You got to enjoy the things you love. Funny that I don't like raw oysters, but I love sushi, right? It's a texture thing, though. I can't eat okra most of the time. I can only eat it if it's fried and really fresh. It's been sitting around. I can't. Needless to say, I don't eat okra very often. Besides, Els is not a fan. So unless I got it out. Let's go ahead and smooth that down. Got a nice, I need a little paper towel, don't I? Look at me with the paper towel going on. Yay. You know what? I think we have, look at a little bit of a straight edge right there. There we go. Picture a glass front full of canned drinks. Nice. That is very nice. You got a good setup, Carla. I hope that the job, makes you happy, because it's good to have. It is very good to have. I think I want this. Where do I want this? So let's go ahead and take this edge off. Ooh, that does not want to rip, does it? It's being a total pita. It's gonna rip whether you want to or not. You might as well get with the program. Okay, so we don't need hard edges, so let's tear that off. Okay. I think we want to go like that, maybe. No, I don't think that there. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's run this over here. You get pie tomorrow. It's monthly birthday. Yay, pie. Do you get more than one kind, or is it like, how does that work? Pie is good. Hey, do you guys know Dave's Famous Barbecue or something? Famous Dave's? So you know how Denny's has the Meltdown, Outback has the Tender Shack, and Buco de Beppo has a Monster Burger and a couple other things. They're called ghost kitchens. It's their virtual online presence, trying to get, extra business for their restaurant. Famous Dave's has a thing, pie to go, Baker Square, something like that. we delivered the other day a piece of lemon surprise lemon pie. I didn't know that was like, I didn't know they had like a side hustle, you know? So, yeah. So even restaurants have side hustles now to earn extra money. Oh, no. It's getting to be a lot of them. And there's a couple of others that have, you know, some, you know what needs some breakfast food? Where is that? There's another food magazine down here. Okay. Sweet holidays. Let's see if we can find like some breakfast food. We need like some pancakes or something. We'll take those though. Creamy mushroom phyllo. Nice. Okay. We're not going to harvest the whole magazine. I'm just seeing if maybe we have some breakfast food. What about bags of groceries though? Look at me. I'm like, no, that's food. And an egg timer. We could use an egg timer. I am such a bad person. It's the poo-poo platter of the Hawaiian Islands. I think we might need to keep that. So let's see. We're looking for some breakfast food of some sort. So do we think our food-a-tini? I like that. That's nice. And that's a totally different color. Or do we want to include kitchen things, you know, tableware and, ooh, that's fun. Breakfast, Amy, focus. Oh, butternut squash. Let wine, oh, look at that. We have to fussy cut her out for sure for something. Not this, but breakfast food, focus. Oh, peppermint. We went to the gas station last night to get some coffee, and I bought my regular kind, and that's not a bad thing. Ooh, those are pretty. Focus. But they had peppermint bark, and I was so tempted to try it. I should have, because the one I picked had been on for a long time, and it did not taste good. I wound up throwing it out after we got home. I think we need that fish guy. We need the fish guy. Really? I didn't know the poo-poo platter. They have the bestest bread pudding. Oh, that's good to know. I don't eat bread pudding very often. Every now and again. It's about as often as I eat flan, something. Breakfast food. So do you think we should have like kitchen implements? Ooh, a handful of blueberries. That would be nice. We should just harvest this magazine. This is getting ridiculous. Ooh, Christmas stuff. That's pretty. That'll look great in our Christmas glue book. Nice. Show me some pancakes, some eggs. Ooh, bowl of soup. Ooh, corn choices, because that's Christmas stuff. We'll have to decide later. Well, there's a bigger bowl. Is that the same bowl of soup? No, it's a different bowl of soup. How many bowls of soup do you need? Ooh, cocktails. Ooh, a dessert pronounced natias. Meringue just before serving. That looks yummy. I'm easily swayed by dessert foods, though. Have something breakfasty in here. Pizza. We already have some pizza in there, though. Get yourself under control. Cookies. Star cookie. Cookie. Stack of cookies. Thumbprint cookies. Do we not believe in breakfast at the holidays? There's like some French toast. Oh, that I need for my personal journal. Nom. Okay, I'm going to pull that out of there. I'll put it right over here for now. Welch's. And cinnamon ice cream. Cinnamon roll ice cream. Ooh. You saw peppermint bark ice cream? Bestest one. It was peppermint bark coffee, and I thought, well, how bad could it taste? Couldn't taste any batter. It couldn't taste any better than the coffee I got. Any worse than the coffee that I had. Oh, there's another cup of coffee. So we'll keep one of these for the Rollatini and one for my personal. I know I love cups of hazelnut dessert coffee. Yummalicious. Still no breakfast foods though. Holiday brunch. Okay, we might be getting close. Butterscotch blondies. I don't think that's for breakfast. Honey roasted root vegetables. Eggnog. Yum yum. Okay. That's not breakfast. Because I want pancakes. There's going to be no freaking pancakes in here. Well, but there's lots of good food pictures. Some of it will have to go for our Christmas book. Beans. Oh, he's fun. Look at that. Oh, we'll have to cut that out for sure. A smiling bagel. That's got to go in the food-a-tini for sure. How can we resist that? With scuba feet. Perfect bread pudding, Carla. Bourbon in it. I don't know if I like bourbon. I couldn't tell you honestly. I don't recall. Milk. Dunkin' Donuts. Wait, is that a breakfast thing? Simple baked eggs. Okay. So there is a breakfast food. Not pancakes like I wanted, but it's something. Fiber lightful. Ooh, persimmons. Nice. Sweet persimmon and toasted walnut bread. That might be good. Tomato soup with Parmesan toast. Ooh, elevated tomato soup. It's a thing. Let's see. Oh, look at all the doors. Pretty. No pancakes. But maybe a grilled cheese. Is that this? It feels thicker than the other pages. Maybe not for the Rollatini. There'll be plenty of other sandwiches. Okay, so we're going to have to, for now, settle for eggs. I have pictures of pancakes in my stash. But, so we need, oh, I think I would like that to go right there. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys have any wish list items you would like to be included in the You Like Bourbon? I don't love flavored coffees unless it's coffee flavored coffee. I like both. I like regular coffee. There's a Sumatran blend that I really love. You only get Frappuccino. Image. How do I pick which images to use? Gut feeling, my dear. I'm looking at, when I'm picking, like, I didn't want to put this here because this is round and that's round. And then this is the same kind of blue as this. So I don't want to put too much same together. I don't, like Carla pointed out, there's a lot of orange going on. So we're breaking it up a little bit. Now we've got kind of a white theme going on. Other than that, honestly, it's just things I like. I flip through a magazine and I do I can do as many as 3 harvests from a magazine, but usually it's 2. I do the one I do live, and that is sheer gut. I like that image. I want that in my book. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't think I want it to go that far though, but I don't want to lose the toast. So maybe here. We've got a strip here. That would be weird. What if I think we have more of this. Yeah. So what if we took a little strip of that? Let's see. How do we want to do it? We need maybe like right here. Maybe we want to do like that with no hard edges though. So, this is the collage roll. The Rollatini. Hold on, let me go get the old one. It's out in the other room, so you can see what a finished one looks like. Hey, hold on. Ooh, my thighs are killing me. All right, I've got the Rollatini, the old one, and this wasn't a food-a-tini per se. It was a everything-a-tini, also called a collage roll. Let me pull this up and move it over here. So this is the completed one. I'm not live on my own live. What's a poo-poo pie? It's an Asian dish. I don't remember what it is. It's a real thing. But you know, as Americans, let's find out what's actually on it. It's a tray of American, Chinese, or Hawaiian food consisting of an assortment of small meat and seafood appetizers. And it's usually decoratively arranged, you know. So that is the top view. Oh, and I can take the roll out. Look at that. So we can get that started. So I use the same. The original one, this is now my third one. The original one, I just glued the papers together. I didn't back it on anything. I have an easier time keeping it a standard size. I don't know how to do this. With it on the backing paper. And it also leaves me the option to, you know, what I want to do with it. I could use it for journal pages or something if I wanted to. But so we just used a little bit of everything. I got the idea from Bonnie over at Bonnie and Clive. Super talented lady. And she made hers out of only junk mail. And she just glued her stuff together. She didn't back it or anything. Lovely Malia did like a mini one. She did it out of a part of a roll of wrapping paper. I saw somebody was doing one on a roll of receipt tape. I think it might have been Janice or somebody. It's a Chinese. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Steffi G, how you doing? Yes, a food-a-tini. It's actually just a collage roll, a roll of paper made out of collage images. So I used everything from magazine images, some book pages from kids' books, fast food bags, just whatever struck my fancy. And we worked on this so this is a 3-month effort. And I'm going to start rolling back up because it's starting to knock stuff over. And I'll be cutting this down into pages. And then I don't have the other pages to show you at the moment. But in one of the future, the next time we work on the Rollatini, I'll have some pages to show from the first roll that I cut up. I'm doing okay, thanks. It's just a fun idea, you know. Wait, what I use on it mostly are the leftover pages stuff I wouldn't necessarily cull for normal collages, but are fun and colorful and or things I like, but I wouldn't use like in creepy collage. So we're going to do like that. And then we'll just fill this space with something else. But yeah, I think we're going to do just like that. Because I don't, yeah. Okay, so let's glue that down. Do. Yeah, Carla dubbed it the Rollatini, and it stuck. So we have a regular Rollatini. We've done a food-a-tini. I think we had a couple other. I have a list somewhere of things other people, that you guys suggested. So we're doing a food-a-tini first. We might do a scaratini later on. You could definitely do something with the summer stuff, or like a dark woods themed one where we do foresty, creepy things. And we could do a holiday version next year if we wanted to, Oh, I just did the wrong thing. I totally glued up the wrong thing. Spaz. Okay. Easily distracted, squirrel on duty. So we made pretty good bank this weekend. I don't know where it all went. But we did pretty good. And I have part of my money, which I'm saving up for things. I have to rebuy some stuff that I got on the first, the long scavenger, the 6-day. I got some stuff at the Creative Reuse in Denver for the next round of Serial Killer, for like a booster pack. And some of it disappeared. I don't know where it went, but between the time we bought it in the store and we got home, 2 of the key items I wanted disappeared. We could do a ho-ho-a-tini. Victoria's Secret. I'll call it a steam-a-tini. Oh my. We need a Karen-a-tini. I think that would take a long time to do. It's fun. It's fun to do. Like, this will be the food one, So we'll see what this comes out like. But we need a piece for here. And we already decided I don't want to do that. And it's too soon for oysters. Now we need something besides white. I got a bunch of white stuff, but we need. And I'm totally going to put this bagel. I'm going to tear it around the bagel. And just put it somewhere. Hot minute here. Let's tear off some of that extra so it doesn't make so much noise. But I've got the list. You guys gave me some great stuff. It's with all my listy things in a safe place. But always, I'll make a list of some of the suggestions, because we could do like one that's like a conglomeration of wrong way. Okay. Rollatini ideas. Carla wants a ho-ho-a-tini. Karen-a-tini. We'd have to save up for a little while for that. Leslie, how you doing? Victoria's Secret steam-a-tini. Victoria's. Cool. A Toy Story-a-tini for Christmas. Okay. You doing good? You just finished working? Well, welcome. I hope you had a good day today. Dark Woods. Rollatini. Okay. So we are going to put this in here, but probably. Oh, actually, it might go really good right there if we can find something for right here. He just looks like a happy, happy bagel, right? Okay. What do we like for this area? What if we... Refrigerator much? Okay. It's food related, right? Still want to leave a little bit of those toast points on there, you know? I like it. Let's do it. For 4-letter word place and on a Monday. Yes. Oh, ew. 4-letter word on a Monday. Boo. Carla, you had 5 Mondays last week. I had 5 Wednesdays. It just felt like it was never going to end. It's always hump day. No ended. But I like the door dashing despite all of the weird, you know, the unfortunate things that happen, like when Thursday was a total shit show. Because it's fun and different, and we get to be in the car, and there's, you know, jokey things, and it's more fun than it is frustrating. It's easy to focus on the negative part of it. I just like that we found something that we can do that doesn't involve 8 hours of standing, because I don't think I can do that at this point. That counts as exercise. It keeps me from sitting around the house just eating, because I can be a boredom eater, because, you know, I've lost, I don't know if I told you guys, or maybe Els did. When we started this, I weighed 245. And I was weighing myself, and I was like, it was a couple pounds here, a couple pounds there. And then one day, about 2-ish weeks ago, I got on the scale and I weighed 230. So I lost 15 pounds. I'm trying to do daily walks as often as I can, but a lot of times it doesn't happen if we're door dashing. Yeah, Monday through Thursday creeps, yet the year is racing by. So I've lost 15 pounds. Woo-woo on me. I'm not like, I'm so much better because I'm trying to lose weight for my health. So what do you guys think? Cool? I love the bagel. The refrigerator's good. So I think we do have to use some cut. I saw some scissors in that magazine. Let me go back and pull those out. I want those now that I don't know how far it was. Bear with me. So we could use some stuff like this stemware to break up the food so it's not just all food. Food, and some more food. Oh, there, this pair of scissors. So yeah, let's take that. That way we have, because that really breaks it up right there. Yes. We had one night where everything was on the second floor. Now, I'm not going to say it's all bad, because nothing is all bad. So we got some toasted pepita and ancho chili peanut brittle. You know what? I need a ruler. There's my tiny ruler. I think I want the recipe. Oops. And let's tear off just a little. Tear off this part that has the words on it, so I know what it looks like. And I think I'll save that, because that sounds delicious. Delicious. I'm going to take this off the bottom, because I think I want it for over here. I don't like that white stripe. Do we like it? Do we not like it? I don't want to cover that up. So we need, so not quite yet. We're probably going to go over here with this. So we're looking to maybe fill that kind of space. You miss pralines? I know, right? It's just a happy bagel. And I think I'm going to do kind of the same thing with this muffin. We're just going to tear around it. Like this other piece we'll kind of use as is. But I think I want to tear around this muffin. It's not as happy looking as that bagel, I'll tell you what. But a little bit further into the roll will have us a nice muffin to work with. There we go. So that'll be fun a little bit further over, like somewhere up here like that, you know? Okay, so that's going to go there. What else do we need? I've got blueberry hands. No, not yet. It's been a little while. Maybe we want to do the a little bit more of this. But let's tear this bottom off where all these words are. Let's tear it to like right there. Okay. And what do we want to do? I think we want to maybe right about there. There we go. I think that's perfect. Then we'll have a little bit, another piece to use. Okay, let's do that. Hey, Miss Allie, how you doing? Amber, I think you just wanted that. It is a nice looking muffin. Have you guys ever seen the Betty White, when they do on SNL, those two quiet ladies that like are doing a radio show? And it's always like they're saying kind of dirty things, but like not, it's supposedly not intentional, you know? They had Betty White on and they did a whole thing about muffins. And one of them said to Betty White, your muffin was so moist. It's like, I thought it would be dry. And I just about peed my pants during that bit. I don't watch a lot of Saturday Night Live. I like saw it on YouTube. My dad used to love Saturday Night Live, but I fell out of the habit for a lot of years. And that is aquamarine. That is, I've almost finished my aquamarine batch. All the papers out of the as of this morning before I took a little snooze fest. All the papers out of the dye vat. Do you guys want to see some of it? I can go get some. Maybe something like this. Let's tear around these bottles. And we might keep this design by nature. I don't know. We'll see how we feel about it. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I go through the images ahead of time just as a refresher. I did not tonight. So I was working right up until I came live. Ooh, I can smell food cooking. It smells like food. That must mean it's close to being done. I think somebody said something about pork loin for dinner tonight. Whatever's on the make smells mighty good. I had cheddar wurst sausages for lunch, no bread, and a sliced tomato. Like one of those big fat Roma tomatoes. And that's all I've had today because I got up late. I got up after 12 o'clock. Okay, so we want to put something up here before we glue this down, but I like that. And then maybe we'll do, so let's go ahead and maybe decide on how much for the peanut brittle. He's drunk, yeah. Yeah, he's had whatever this is. Tequila. But they're pretty bottles, right? I love liquor bottles. They're colorful and fun, and sometimes they have texture. Unfortunately, now a lot of them are plastic wrap. The design on it is plastic that you could peel off before you recycle it. I remember when bottles used to come in, fun shapes, and they genuinely had, the glass would be grooved. And just fun. I had super on lunch. I'm kind of hungry. I've had nothing. I've had junk food, nothing real. We are trying to avoid the junk food. Although I have to say, Alice brought home Chinese food the other day. I think I showed it on one of my lives. She brought me home the spicy chicken. And I love the spicy chicken. So I'm gonna angle it that way a little bit because I still want to see the egg. And we went to so much trouble to get the egg in there. Not ready for the muffins yet. Too soon for that. What do we got in here that we need to use up? Too soon for oysters, but maybe this. So we need one straight edge. So let's try that where that's about where it would be straight. We have a little spot right here uncovered. So maybe right there like that. Yeah, let's put that right there. Get a cup of Ruby tea. But they didn't make it. I had brown sugar oatmeal for lunch. Tummy was, oh yeah. I find I'm not as hungry since we started this diet, just in general. Like I'll eat and I'll be full. And most of the meals last about 4 hours or so. But when I'm hungry, man, am I hungry. Like it just rolls up on me. So, but smelling the whatever they're cooking smells delicious. Okay, so then we're going to put this on here. Right about there, I think. But we need to make that top edge straight. So let's do that. I need a straight edge. All right. Let's pull that down a little bit so that it's not over the edge of the mat. It's easier to glue it if it's not over the edge of the mat. Hey, Renee, how you doing? Food-a-tini friends. Nice to see you. We're trying to create a balance between protein. The base of the meal is protein with vegetables or fruit at every meal. Fruit early in the day, vegetables later. And then you got to have some carbs in there. Your brain needs carbs to work, right? But we're keeping it around 45 grams of carbs per meal. Else can have 60 because she's actually naturally hyperglycemic and her body processes carbs differently. But her sugar's been crashing a lot. So I don't know that she needs to be on that medicine they've got her on anymore. Because it's not like once a day and it's not like a little bit. Like she's hitting blood sugars in the 40s and 50s that include shaking and feeling like you're going to pass out. So that is not good. So we have to keep orange juice in the car. And she's got some glucose tabs in her purse just in case. So let's work this over. Make sure we get it as straight as we can. So I have to keep an eye on her while we're in the car because, you know, it can come upon you real fast and you don't realize it's happening if you're the person in question. There, I think that's good. Yes. And then let's do this right here before we glue that down, but no hard edges. You're hypoglycemic as well. Yeah, you got to be careful about that. Well, we've cut out most of the fast food. We can have what we want. I was talking about the Chinese food. You know, we ate that and I found it highly unsatisfying. Like it just didn't hit me the way I wanted it to. So it'll probably be about 6 months before I want any kind of Chinese food again. And I cut the rice back. I fed half the rice to the dogs. And it was 2 meals worth of food in the container after I took half the rice out. And it was good. It was okay. But it normally Chinese food makes me super extra, you know, wow, am I happy kind of thing. Not this time. I just didn't get the satisfaction out of it. I like Elsa's stir fry better, and she does make a mean pizza. Yeah. They're just little tablets. They're like, and they dissolve in your mouth mostly. You don't really have to chew them up. You pop them in there, and they're fast acting. We prefer to get there with food if we can. But yeah, she's been crashing up to 3 times a day. Well, we were on that little 2-day trip to Phoenix and stuff. She crashed 6 times in 2 days. On average, 3 times a day. And a couple of them were very bad. Like we had to pull over and she was shaking. I had to run out of the car and grab some orange juice because we didn't have enough. And then we just bought some little packets, you know, some little like sippy cup orange juices. Because you can't really travel with a big ass bottle. But yeah, we have to be careful, even on door dashing nights. Got to keep an eye on that. But we have to struggle with her because she's bad. Bad else bad. About she waits too long in between meals. That's kind of her jam. So she'll wait about a half an hour to an hour too long in between meals. And her blood sugar starts to drop. And she's like, but I'm not hungry. I don't care if you're not hungry. Like, you eat like every 4 hours. You just can't wait 6 hours in between meals. You don't have to eat something huge, you know. She's going into the doctor soon at the end of the month. They have their blood draw appointment for her A1C next week. A banana will work too, but a banana will give you a much bigger spike than orange juice because it's the way your body processes it. So how long have we been on? Let's have a check. So I'm hoping he'll take her off the meds, but I don't know. Oh, that says I've been on for 7 seconds. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see if it does something. It's not like I can refresh that part. Oh, for an hour. Okay. So we'll go for another 20 minutes or so if you guys are up for it. I think we might be getting ready for that muffin, but I want to put the muffin like up here. There's my muffin. So I want to kind of put that up here. I don't want to have it all the roundy stuff at the same. Okay, so let's find something nice and big to put down here as a focal. Here is a pesto and cheese stuffed brioche with bacon and tomato jam. that's different. Okay, so we're going to want to cut that edge off there. Let's start with that and see how that goes. I've got the knives backwards again. So I don't seem to have as much fluctuations, but I was never hyperglycemic. So, but I feel better overall, like health-wise and energy-wise. So that is good. Let's tear that little bit of words off right there. And we're not going to need these edges. We're just going to need the bottom. Just the bottom, please. Okay. Pull that over a little bit more. Well, she may not need the meds. We think possibly that it was kind of situational. I think Elsa's talked about it on her lives. You know, the 6 months before she went in for that A1C test, we ate as a family, as a whole, not just me and Els, but pretty much everybody except maybe Sandy, because she eats very small amounts and only about twice a day. So she's got a whole different thing going on. Almost exclusively fast food, carb loaded meals, doubling up on the carbs. You know, we'd have corn, and because Els really likes corn and I love potatoes. So we'd have corn and potatoes, and Mike is a biscuit fiend. So there'd sometimes be corn, potatoes, and biscuits at dinner. You know, and we were eating a lot of fast food, and just most of it was very carbolicious, you know, because I do love me some carbs. Okay, we might need a little something right there, just a little. Maybe we'll just take a little dab of color off here. I think that'll be okay, and we'll just real quick do that glue sticky. Small piece. That'll work just fine. Like for a solid 6 months, we were eating like that. And so we think that because we weren't eating, we always have kind of eaten a lot of fast food, but we really, yeah, carbs are tasty. A lot of pasta. You see 110, 100, so pretty good. That's solidly in the middle of where you want to be. Okay, now we just need something over there. Wait. Oh, wow. Okay. You know, a lot of food is round. So here we go again. Go forward with those. That's nice. So we got 2 things off that. 1 piece. We'll have this bread for later on. Another round piece we can put in for interest. And I'll leave that hard edge there in case we want to drop it down from the top or the bottom. I test, when she started doing the diet, we tested my sugar a couple of times. I'm solidly around 100. Like I said, I'm mostly doing this for my personal health reasons. I think I do want to put that up there too. Do we? Could we add in the muffin? Okay, if we do that, I think I don't want the muffin there. Maybe we'll pick something else for kind of this middle section. What about A big stack of cookies. Okay. Cookies, the word cookies. So that's the diet story thing. But I think she may not need to if she's going to keep on the same diet. Now, if she's going to go back to, and I'm not saying she will, but sometimes once your health scare is over, people go right back to what they were doing. If she's going to keep on this same kind of diet, and I'm not saying diet like, oh, I'm on a diet, but like, making lifestyle changes for a healthier. So I went along for the health reasons because, I'm overweight and I'm having trouble with my knees and trouble breathing. And some of that is weight related because I carry all my weight like right in the middle. I am an apple. So when she said she had to do it, I'm like, well, I'll go along with you for moral support one, because it's good. It's easier to keep a diet, I think, if you're doing it, other people go along. And so that was part of it. But also because it's going to benefit my health, and I need to lose weight for my knees, and it won't solve everything that's wrong with my lungs, but it'll fix some of it. And that's a good thing. And it's good to exercise. Is good for the door dashing has been good for a mood improver. I do still tend towards depression, as you all well know. However, we do need something across the top here, but I think we might. Let's tear that off at least. We're going to cut. I think that would be okay, but we do need something to cover, but not these muffins. Something straight. I used to get to the neighborhood, the Pandaria. Brisket burrito, nice. Renee, Leslie retracted something. Pande dolce. Great guacamole's yummy. You hit send too soon. Oopsie. It's a live it. Yeah, it's a lifestyle change. As much as that phrase is overused, it's true. You have to look at it as a permanent change. So I think for interest, we'll just take the top of this and put that up there for color under the back of that cookie pile. Just kind of like that. But I think then we'll put that cookies in there, and that will be nice. And let's go with liquid glue. Yeah, it has to be looked at as a permanent change. And nothing is really off limits. If you really want something, you just can't eat shit all day, every day for weeks on end. But like, we can have the Chinese food, just change the way I eat it. Like I said, you eat half at one time, you add some other vegetables to it or an additional protein or both. Make it a side dish instead of the main dish, I suppose I could have divided into 3 and had 2 portions as a snack and 1 as the main portion of like lunch or dinner. So there's all kinds of ways to do it. It's just once you bring it home, you got to put it in something besides that little styrofoam container they give you. Okay, now let me look at this on the thing and see if I like that. Oh, okay, the one shell-shaped bread. This one, that bread right there, that nice roundy kind of with the lighter areas, is that the pan de leche? You know what I mean. I'm making y'all hungry. Is that what's it? Every time we do the food-a-tini, everybody's going to be like, I'm hungry. Yeah, right. Okay, so we want to put that a little bit further up towards the top. Yeah, I like that. I like that. When they do the pretty colors. That one's called a concha. Cool. Well, we're going to have that in the food-a-tini at some point, but we're going giant cookie stack. Giant cookie stack. Come on. There we go. Get around the edges here. And then just throughout the middle. So yeah, so I'm looking at this as a long term. Hard to say with elves. Usually if she commits to something, she's all in. But if she proves that she was right and the doctor's wrong, there, you know, there's a chance she could just go back to eating the way she was. I don't think so, though, because I think she's enjoying. She's lost more weight than I have. I think she's lost 20 plus. And she was wearing a pair of pants last night. She kept complaining. I'm like, you need to stop complaining. Just get new pants. But no, you're just, I felt like you're just looking for validation right now. And I have validated you a lot tonight. Stop talking about your pants. She had on, so she needs to buy some new pants, you know? Yellow, oh, I think I've seen that. I think I have, in fact, and I might have some pictures of it somewhere. Or I did at one point. Let's get these. Okay. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Oh, we need to get right there too. We don't want to have loose edges. No loose edges. Do we want the words cookies in there? Do we want to do cookies? Cookie, cookie, cookie. I probably should have put the cookie and then, okay, can I still peel the edges back up? Did I? Oh, I can. I think I want the cookie, the word cookies underneath the. So let's peel that up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be wrapping it up here soon. We've done a fair amount, not a huge amount, but we don't want a big old boring food-a-tini. We want it to be interesting. At least I do. There are probably people out there rolling their eyeballs. What is this crazy lady up to now? Well, it's a done deal now. There we go. And it's okay if there's a little, we'll patch them with something later, maybe. Okay. So I like that. Gotta get some glue off. I'm rolling some glue off my fingers right now. All right, so I think we could do maybe we'll want to go ahead and bring that up there. And I think we could also put some more of these oysters on here. I think it's probably, so let's tear that edge off. Or maybe, did I want it to go up and no, because that doesn't look right. Okay. I'm worried because this is all kind of getting to be the same. It'll be okay for one more round, right? Okay, so right about there for that one. Okay. And then what? And then what, she says. I think we have some shrimp somewhere in here. What about those? I don't think I want 4 square pictures in a row, though. Maybe something big. What about that? What about that? Seriously? Okay. You know, when I first started collaging, I had a tendency to make everything square with hard edges, and sometimes that's fun. It's like glue book style. I think of it like glue book style. Okay, what about like that? Oh yeah, I think we're liking it. But I'm gonna want whatever goes here to be, so we're gonna start with this, I think. We'll go ahead and glue that down. And then I was all ripped edges all the time. And now I think there's kind of a mix, you know, with glue booking becoming a more mainstream thing. You get, you know, square images or nice trimmed images, you know, in a variety of rectangles and squares and whatnot. You get fussy cut images, torn images. So you get like a nice balance. Glue booking has a lot of options. Don't fall off there. Okay, so, oops, too far. Okay, I can't really see the top of that. Okay, we got it. So in that way, that's been awesome. So we're gonna go kind of like that. I think. Oh, maybe it was like that. No, it was the other way. Like it kind of like that. Now we need something for in there. Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. I'm always doing torn edges. I feel bad now. I am so sorry. What do I want to do? What would be a nice fill for that? Choices. What about some pasta to go back there? That could be good. Okay, so let's see about what we don't want. That very, very edge. And then take off that portion. I'm going to use that to fill. We can lean it out kind of like that. We might, mine's the American, we might use that somewhere else. Okay. So now we're going to go. Are we still going to go with that? I don't know if we are or not. Oh, now I don't like the oysters with that, but I do like that right there. So oysters ahoy. Let's see. I'm getting I can watch you do it. I just can't do it. Overcoming OCD, one torn edge at a time. Sometimes watching other people can be freeing, right? You actually tried it on the artist. It was hard, huh? Okay, so we're gonna glue that down and then figure out something else for the bottom here. But yeah, I think we're gonna edge it out a little bit like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that edge off there, though. Okay. Okay. I've had a couple of people tell me that the way I do things drives their OCD over the edge, because I don't always place like clocks straight up and down and stuff like that. I can't help it. I'm a wonky kind of person. I think my whole world leans a little bit to the left. I don't try, it just happens. And I'm a messy person. That drives Alice a little bit bananas. We're just different people, but sometimes it's a complimentary thing. It helps me remember not to be quite so cavalier about, not cleaning up after myself, letting things get all messy. And, I can remind her sometimes you just gotta let go. Sometimes you just gotta let go. Okay, so now we want something down here that is not oysters. It's been a little while since we used that, though. If we cut the hard edge off that, we're going to leave some space, though, so maybe not that. All right, what else do we have in here? We have some. What about like that? That's very different. Let's take the bottom off that and see how we like that. Sometimes it's just trial and error. We're not going to need that edge, so let's just tear it off. And then I'll just put this over here and cut that edge off. Tear this edge off because we don't need a hard edge there. Okay. Doesn't go quite all the way over, but that's okay. And I think we need to bring it this way a little bit more because I don't like all the edges to line up necessarily. That'll drive me a little batty. You have perfectly straight lines all the way across your... Too many straight lines can distract you from... So like that. And then we'll fill this piece with something else. And that will be okay. White counters. Ew. Messy spaces. Huh? I don't think I'm a genius by any stretch. I make piles, and I'm very visual. I have to be able to see things, and I'm also tactile. So I like to touch like fabrics and fibers, and so I'm more. I don't really. If Alice keeps everything kind of put away, in boxes and bins, and she knows where everything is. For me, if I can't see it, I'm likely to forget I have it or forget where I put it. So I like to keep as much stuff as I can, visually speaking, where I can see it, in bins that I can pull out and paw through that are labeled with what's in there. So I know a general. But see how I like that so far. Yeah, white counters would drive me a little batty too. I'm with you on that one. Okay, so what if we, let's see how this is going to work. Uh-oh. Somebody sent me a message. You know what? I think I kind of want to have that napkin there. Okay. Okay, let's see how I like that on the. Oh, I do like it. That's all I forgot I have. Tell me I bought it before. I might not know. Yeah, I love that Amazon does tell me, you know, you bought this 2 months ago. Oh, I'm still on top, chat. I'm sorry if I missed some messages. Oh, I'm not used to being back live. Still not used to it. Yeah, I'm with you. Except living in a small space thing. I live in a, you know, I have some space out in the garage, so it's not awful, but it's hard when the space isn't yours to spread out and store things the way you want. I get you on that. Okay, we need something. I think I want to bring something fully down this way. So let's see what we've got. I know we had some shrimp in here somewhere that I thought took up a whole page. Or we could go back to this one. Let's see how much space that takes up. Okay, so we're not going to need the back side of that. Okay. And we're not going to need the very bottom of that. We're just going to need this top edge. Top edge. So we need, let's see. Now. Okay, so we just need something right there, like the bottom half here now. Search for my brush. Can't you know? Well, there you, yeah, fine. Searching your own stash is always a good thing, I think. I try to check there first because I'm like, I must have some of that somewhere. All right, so we need something for down here before we start gluing stuff down. Probably something colorful, right? What do we want to do? Phyllo dough? You want to maybe put some phyllo dough? Let's see if I tear that. So we're going to need kind of a straight edge there. Let's start with that. Okay. And then we're just going to tear this straight down there. Of course, it's not going to tear the very bottom. Okay. That will work. Let's see. So we need that like that. Oh yeah, I think. Let's just kind of. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. So I pulled out some of the brushes. There you go. Yeah. So when I've been reorganizing my room and stuff, I have a lot of bins and stuff, but I've been putting labels on all of them. So I know what's in there, so I can go up to the wall of bins. Because I have those cubby shelves. I bought some from Walmart that have like 6 cubbies in them. And I have a stack of 3 of them just to the right of my desk. And then I have one in front of me this way. I have 2 like square milk cratey things. And then that shelf is sitting on top of that. And that's got, stuff that I use like every day. Like magazines I want to read. Magazines that have projects I want to work on in them. Some like daily affirmation stuff. Some of my envelopes with collage images for stuff that I use a lot are up there. And then if I can't have it out, well, I made that a little crooked. It's going to have to live that way. Oopsie. Well, it is what it is now. Okay. Oops, we missed some. So where I can see all the bins more easily, because they used to just be stacked all over the room with stuff piled on top of them, and that's not convenient. I still have more stuff than I have space, so I'm slowly working that part out, which means I still have stuff out in the living room, which drives Mr. Mike bananas because I'm not, contained in my space. And I don't blame him. It's his house. I get it. It's not like a insulting sort of thing where he's like, bitch, get your stuff out of my space. That's not what's happening at all. So that's going to be covered up. So let's see where we can actually put that there, just like that. So it needs to be right there. So we're going to glue that down first. But it's been like about a month since we got back from the long scavenger, and then we had the 2-day scavenger. And I still have a stack of stuff in the living room. It's not taking over the whole living room. Now it's just like 2 piles and a little bit of the table. But it's been long enough, and I feel like I need it to be in my room, or I need to get rid of it. But it's down to things that I use all the time, So I'm working on it. I worked on it a little bit last night, and I'm going to work on it a little bit tonight since we don't have to go out dashing tonight as one of our dash nights off. Now, I think right there's where we wanted it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Oops. Oh, dear. There we go. All right, and then I think this one is fine now. I'm going to tear that off there. That's driving me a little bit batty. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of foam brushes for tossability, especially where glue is concerned. I'm with you. I've bought that $10 pack a couple of times, and I get good use out of it, I got to say. And they're decent brushes, for what I do. I'm sure they're not, fine art quality, but for the crazy things I do, they're good enough. So I think Monday might be our new Rollatini night. And I think this is going to be the last thing we glue down tonight. I think we're going to have to wrap it up. That message probably said there's food out here or something like that. I don't know. But whether there's food or not, I need to eat. So I can feel my tummy rumbling. my wrist is starting to hurt a little bit. We don't have to dash tomorrow, so I will be on live again between 5 and 5:30. I've just determined that I can't nail down a time because I have to do stuff in the garage. So I'm just given a window, but I'll definitely be on within that range. And I'll usually I try to have the notification in so that you guys get notified ahead of time too, like a half hour before, like a little warning system. Okay, let's clean up any messy bits and see if there's any edges that need to be glue stick down. I think, yeah, right there. There's a little one right there that needs to be. Let's do that. Okay, that seems good. Just right there. That little bit didn't get much glue, so let's. Okay. And all the rest of that seems to be holding good. All right. They're good glue. Yeah, they are good for glue for sure. And if you make base paper. I like the glass there, yeah. Because it's light and it breaks up the whole overall color scheme a little bit. Gives it a little lightness. And it does kind of appear to be floating kind of, over the, so that's nice. All right, so we're going to roll the Rollatini back so we can look at what we made tonight. So, but I'm pretty happy with it, I have to say. I do like the glass there. So I'm going to unroll it again until it's dry, but for right now, it shouldn't hurt anything to roll it up a little bit. So here we are, going back the other way. And you can see here it's not dry all the way through yet. I usually just leave it sit out until there's our bottles. And I'm kind of looking at it as we go on the screen. Oh, I'm liking it so far. I thought food-a-tini might be too repetitive, but if we allow for silverware, utensils, kitchen stuff, like refrigerators and stoves, and maybe a limited, tableware and stuff, I think we can keep it from being. See, I might want to come back. Maybe we want to come back. Maybe we want that muffin in here. Is that too much orangey? Where'd the muffin go? Or that brioche bread? Let's see. So we've got a couple of choices. We've got our muffin. We have our brioche. And didn't we tear out something else? Oh, this one. We tore out this one. And let's trim that a little bit off too then. Okay, not that and not that. I feel like this could use a little something extra. Like it just seems very blocky right here. I think maybe we want to break it up. Do we want to just add something in? That seems like a very hard edge right there. Let's tear a little bit of that off. I don't think I've ever made paste paper, honestly. Oh, yeah, maybe. Let's see. I know we kind of had some. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Maybe that's scissors. Let's look at that. Possibly a cup of coffee. I thought we had a big forky spoony thing going on in here somewhere. There's another cocktail. We can maybe take some of those round things. Hands with blueberries possibility. I might have saw it in the magazine then. Okay, so we've got some other choices here. You like the muffin, Amber? Okay, let's just real quick. If we tear it around the hands, ooh, that might look good. Let's try that, and then that'll be the last thing we try because it's getting a little carried away here. Okay. Let's just tear around this. I do like the torn edges for blendability. I think the torn edges, you know, it just doesn't look as, I don't know what's the right word. Harsh edges all piled together. Okay. What about if we just, let's see how we like that. Okay, so muffin, which kind of adds more orange, and it's kind of circular like that, or blueberry hands. You guys can vote. I'll go with whichever one you think looks best. Carla. Yeah, not as stiff, yeah. Francis, both hands. Or we could do both. I kind of like that muffin down there. Maybe I'm just determined to use the muffin. Is that too much circles together, though? Let it go. Let it go, Amy. Just let it go. Two blueberry hands. Blueberry hands it is. The other thing is if I have the smaller glue bottle, I have to wait for it to pour down the Rollatini does take up a bit of glue. I'll be out on the corner begging for money for glue sticks. It's this I use a lot of, actually, for this particular thing. Okay. Let's get our blueberry hands on. There we go. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we look at it again, just to see if there's anything that's too much. Blueberries. All right, so that's the end of our roll. That's the end of the roll right there. That's where we started. Not too shabby. So now we'll roll it back out because it's got to live like that for a little while. We have some stuff to work with next time. And I think I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. And I will be on again tomorrow between 5 and 5:30. And we'll go for a couple hours because, you know, I ain't got nothing better to do with my time on a Tuesday night. And then Wednesday will be after 8 o'clock because of the whole rosemary thing, you guys know. And I'm not sure what we'll be doing then. But we won't be working on the Rollatini tomorrow night. We'll be doing something else. Maybe. We may be back to Rollatini if I can't find some other things. I've misplaced a few things. I know roughly where they are. I just haven't come across them yet. Aleen's is my favorite. I am a big fan of Aleen's. It's good stuff. They do have it at my mug. There's a fly in my room, damn it. Aw, thanks, Francis. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. I hope that we helped bring your mood up a little bit, gave you a few laughs, made you hungry maybe. So I will see you guys tomorrow night if you are available. If you're not, I hope you have the most awesome Tuesday possible, and I will see you again real soon, I am sure. However you guys are spending, yeah, I did make you hungry. Woohoo, my job here is done. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You all know that. Yeah, Elmer's a little too thin for me. Thank you, Amber. You too. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bright blessings and hisses to you all. And that's going to be the end for us. Bye, 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 bye. The end.